Let's get more on these talks from a man who predicted the impending collapse of China. We have author Chang joining us from our New York studios. He's written The Coming Collapse of China. And we'll also talk about North Korea, as he's also penned a nuclear showdown. North Korea takes on the world. Good to have you with us, Gordon. So do you have any hopes, high hopes for the SNED talks here?
I don't think anybody has high hopes. They've been trying to lower expectations because on the revaluation of the renminbi, that's pretty much off the table because of the euro crisis. But that's not going to prevent Senator Schumer from introducing his legislation and pushing it through Congress because he's all set for bear. And I suspect that by June or July, we're going to see some action in Washington.
You don't expect much revaluation here, but we still have U.S. politicians, as you mentioned, Schumer and Graham, saying that the yuan is undervalued by as much as 40%. So people are looking now at the G20, right, for some sort of move.
Yes, but, you know, this meeting in Beijing can sort of be thought of as the organizational meeting for the G20 in Toronto next month. You know, because if the United States and China can settle their many issues, then the G20 really has a hope of being productive. But if, as more likely, you know, nothing gets done in Beijing over the next 2 days, then, you know, there's no real meaning for the G20. You know, basically, it's going to become meaningless.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Let me ask you something, Gordon, because we do have a debt crisis taking place in Europe, right? We have a stock market volatility with some predicting a possible resurgence or redo of the depression. When you hear about such negativity on the markets, what are your thoughts? You think we're on the verge of this?
Well, I've always thought that there was going to be a double dip. You know, you look at the world's three major economies, China, Japan, the United States, they've all got recovery, but it's also because of stimulus programs, which are unsustainable for very different reasons. So when these stimulus programs run out, I think there could be a problem. And also the world's very jittery right now. You can look at the financial markets. You know, if you have a problem in North Korea or a problem in Iran, that could really unglue what's happening in the market. So this very, very dangerous time right now. Anything could set it off. Yeah.
Speaking of danger, Gordon, I got 40 seconds here, but let's talk about North Korea. We're expecting a response today. What do you think the South is going to say here?
Well, the South is going to want to go to the UN. China said it's not satisfied that the evidence shows that North Korea was responsible. Hillary Clinton in Tokyo said that there's got to be an international response, which means that China is going to be part of it. And if China's a part of it, the sanctions are not going to be very important and not bite into North Korea. So I'm not expecting very much, but the South Koreans are going to be very angry because there's 46 families that want something to happen.
Yeah, absolutely, Gordon. Thank you for your time. Nice talking to you. Gordon Chang, author of The Coming Collapse of China.